I daydream a lot. One might say my days are an ongoing daydream with inconvenient breaks for reality. One thing I like to daydream about is what I would do if I came into a stupid amount of money, think big lottery winnings level. As I explained on the ticket, there would have to be a certain amount made for me to quit my job, even if I found a space to go into business for myself. Practicality would see me perhaps building an apartment complex and expanding so as to leave my kids something when I'm no longer here. Wild thoughts include other erstwhile unrelated thoughts of things my friends and I used to do in our early adulthood. We'll talk about that last one today. Back in olden times, circa 1999 to 2002-ish, an average weekend might see me rarely home at a decent hour between Thursday and Sunday nights. Living in a college town, club nights would generally get to moving on Thursday nights, then we would go to a different spot on Friday. On Saturdays, we would start at the bowling alley before moving along to yet a third spot, and on Sundays, we'd meet up at one of our favorite food spots and then go to adult skate night. Flip note, yes, every weekend damn near. A few weeks ago, my brain somehow melded the concept of the above-described Saturday and Sunday activities, but in one building. If I hit it super big, I would find the largest piece of land available in the city and open a bowling alley and a skating rink in the same location. A few you lucky souls received this brainstorm as I was having it in the form of a text message. As much as we enjoyed adult skate night, the skating rink in our city is basic as fuck, to put it simply. Larger cities and other places had larger and better rinks, and therefore better adult skate nights. Putting a bowling alley in the same location could draw in different enough crowds ready to have the kind of fun I missed. I would call the location Bowlerskating as a portmanteau of the two activities to take place inside. There would be food and drink like at a regular bowling alley, with no one who has consumed alcohol to be allowed to skate. This would be ensured with a wristband placed on everyone over the age of 21, with the wristband automatically changing colors when the person has had alcohol. One DJ would be over the music for both sides of the building, and there would be a small arcade for people who just wanted to hang out. I had put way more thought onto this hypothetical improbability than someone who works for a living and hasn't purchased a lottery ticket since December 22nd should probably be allotting. The overriding opinion, though, was just how dope such a location might be. But the building for such an undertaking would be prohibitively huge. And daydream. Where my brain went from there was not necessarily anything rooted in any seriousness, but more so, what if we did both of these things at once in some last-ditch attempt to cash in on my daydreams? It would be one hell of an extreme sport. Imagine the concept of strapping on skates before taking a longer-than-standard approach with the bowling ball and attempting to bowl a strike. You have all at once to deal with balancing on the skates, holding on to the ball, rolling the ball down the lane, and stopping the momentum of the skates, all while avoiding damn near inevitable broken bones or concussions. Lightbulb moment. After an exhaustive Google search, I found myself with contact information to the organizers of the X Games. I sent them a message explaining the concept of bowler skating. I had devised a scoring system wherein there is not only the standard scoring model of bowling, but with style points from the judges as a modifier or tiebreak, basically a sweetener to make participants really want to ham it up. In what I considered as my pitch to them, as a means of bringing in new interest to the games, I included suggestions for uniforms, costumes, as well as dropping names as possible ambassadors for the sport. In my mind, I had come up with a clever little sport, and the idea of framing it as an extreme sport only made things more interesting. I mean, my idea of what is or is not enjoyable to see unfold on the TV screen varies greatly for most people, and the defining line is often rooted in the fucked-upness of my sense of humor. That said, I'm pitching the very real chance of life-changing injuries as a selling point of this sport. I had written out my notes, I had done some homework about the ratings of previous X Games years, and made specific note of the years that got more attention when someone was injured, and further into that point, I noted the viewing numbers for the next day after a publicized injury. I related that back to the fact that someone attempting to swing a 15-pound ball down a waxed wood land while also managing not to fall off of roller skates would viewers have salivating to see an unfortunate outcome as much as they might a positive one. People tune in for carnage, to put it plainly. So I got to the right people, I made my point, and sold it up well, right? Right? Nope. I could almost hear them laughing at me in the response to my message. That is, of course, if you could even call what I received a response. It was just a meme. Looks like I'm back to a different drawing board if I want to make this particular daydream a reality.